Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to some more F1 Online League racing action here today. This is round 6 of the AOR season on PC in Top Split, and we arrive at the Austrian Grand Prix. On screen right now you can see the previous episode at France, guys, the previous race. If you have not seen it, then go check it out, guys. I'll leave a link up in the top right hand corner of your screen, and it was a really decent race for us, and you know, for the championship, pretty tasty, so I do recommend you go check it out. It didn't do that well in terms of my other videos, so I do appreciate if you guys could go watch it and let me know what you thought. But with that said, guys, we're going to move into today's episode at Austria, so yeah, let's jump into it. Now, this weekend we have a slightly different format, so I've actually downloaded and used the VOD from my actual live stream of the race in today's video. So this way you can actually see my webcam, all the live interaction in chat in the bottom left, along with my reactions and also my commentary in terms of what I say and how I speak to my teammate on Discord. And in this particular race we had a spotter as well. So yeah, overall this was my first lap in qualifying. We go P5. It wasn't a great lap, a 1 minute 2.8. My best lap in the practice that I did was a 1 minute 2.3, so I can go a lot quicker than this. On my second lap you can see I'm a 10th up and not improving by much, but still a couple of purple sectors. But then unfortunately I cut the inside of turn 9 and that was going to invalidate my lap. I then tried to go again just to see anyway what the lap would have been. That would have been 2 tenths quicker. I then pushed on here on my in lap, and as if it were a proper lap basically. You can see here now I'm 2.5 tenths up, and this lap is a lot quicker, and I would have probably improved by about 2 to 3 tenths, but unfortunately I had to box because I was out of fuel. So yeah, overall I knew there was more time to find, and we were allowed to push the limits of the pit entry, so we can take whatever line we want as long as we slow down for the brake marker board and the speed limit. So here we go. This was my third attempt. Got sideways through turn 1 as my teammate is off there on the right hand side. And with that said, we now move on to my final lap of qualifying. So here we go, 55 seconds to go. This was all or nothing on this lap because we had no more time for a second attempt and the pressure was on. So out of the final corner, up towards turn 1, 4th or 5th gear possibly. You want to bring the car over to the left, brake just before the 50, throw the car in, make sure to not run too wide. I was very cautious, as you hear me say in the background there, as I tried to make sure I didn't invalidate or have any issues. Up towards turn 3, braking just after the 100-meter board, down to 2nd gear, pick up the apex, quickly back on the gas out of there, try and get that traction as we improve a little bit. But again, it's not my best first sector, it's not great, it's a bit scruffy. We then make our way down towards turn 4, missing the apex slightly there, but we get relatively decent drive out the corner, and we're currently almost 2 tenths up as we head into turn 6. The left hander keeping it nice and tight, then get the power on the second half of the corner, and then another downshift here through turn 8, and just making sure we try and make sure we keep everything nice and tidy on this lap. Currently 2 tenths up on my previous personal best, so it's not my best lap up until this point. As we now make our way through the final 2 corners, I absolutely nailed those two. I hit the apexes beautifully, and we improved by near enough 3 tenths of a second, and we move up to P4. And to be fair, you know what, it is what it is. As you heard my reaction say, I managed to save something out of that. In the end, in qualifying, we finished P5, as others around us did improve. And had I done the lap I did in my practice, which was a 1 minute 2.3, I would have been in the top 3. So yeah, there was definitely more time to find. I didn't really optimize the session, and also had a bit of lag as well. Had a few issues with frame rate, so it wasn't ideal. But having said that, I saved it and I managed to get a decent session out of it. My teammate Florian Napik P7 as well, which is great, and we're in the mix. That's all that matters. Hopefully we can try and turn it around in the race. And also worth noting, of course, new regulations from this season onwards now. If there's 14 drivers or less, which in this case there are, we're going to do 2 separate sessions. So basically we'll do 1 lobby for qualifying and another lobby for the race. So basically what I'm trying to say with this is that we don't know if it's going to be wet or dry in the actual race. We get free choice of tyre compound like F1 Esports do, and that's the plan moving forward. So with that said, you can see the top 14 in qualifying. We're now going to move into the race and see if we can try and turn this around. And here we are then at the end of the formation lap, just making sure everything is ready and up to speed. Just making sure we get the last details sorted out with my teammate and also my spotter, which in this case is Tomek Prodigy of Veloce Hypers. And we're going to get in our grid slot and get ready for the race. It's intermediate conditions, rain for the first part of the race. It's going to dry out later on. So let's see what kind of start we get as we get ready for the 5 red lights then. Here we go. Going to try and make sure we keep it nice and tidy. We're P4 for the race start, as I believe one of the drivers ahead of us had a penalty. I think it was Ulas who was in P4. We get a great launch off the line, getting ahead of Warren here into the first corner. Meanwhile, Paris down the inside of Josh. We cut the corner there at turn 1, making sure we try and avoid contact as we get into a bit of a traction battle. And to be fair, we've actually had a really good exit out of turn 1 now, up towards turn 2. I thought about going up the inside of Josh here, but I was going to be cautious as it is lap 1, and you don't want to go all out straight away. Warren trying to go on the outside there in the Red Bull. I tried to make sure I hang in there with the traction as he gets a bit loose on the exit, using the rich mix and the overtake here, racing down towards turn number 4. Do I go for it on the brakes? Not quite, but Warren runs it in very hot, and that gives me the inside line, and I'm going to get the traction and move up into third place. So straight away, make it a good start. You know, qualifying P5, we benefit from the penalty, and then also Warren running it a bit wide, and we're already in the top 3 here. Now putting some pressure on Josh. Now, usually Josh is a really, really fast driver, but it seems like in the wet he was actually struggling for pace. I could tell very quickly after just a couple of laps, he was, you know, all over the place. And you'll see here, lap 2, he runs it a bit wide again through turn 6, and he's just struggling for that grip. Meanwhile, Paris out front, absolutely flying away, as you heard me say there. Paris is quick. He's really, really fast. So we're going to try and put Josh under some pressure. We did it in Baku, you know, a few races ago, and it was working well for us. You'll see here now, we're all over the back of him. You can see Josh runs a bit wide there off the curb and picks up a 3-second time penalty already. So only 3 laps in, which is very early for a penalty, and Josh has got one, and that's going to be a key feature in this race. You know, time penalties, they're going to be so important, and yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how this race pans out, and patience is going to be key. Florian Napik, my teammate, up in P5, having a great race so far, and I was really happy to see that early on in the race, as Paris was really, really fast in these wet conditions. He was racing away out front, and there wasn't much I could do about it. We then move on to lap 5, and the track was starting to dry out, and you know, we were starting to see a bit of a dry line appear. The rain was slowing down, and you see behind, Florian actually gets a 3-second penalty as well, just a couple of corners ago. So the penalties are already starting to add up here and stack up with these guys, and we're only 5 laps in. So for me, it was important to keep it clean, make sure we don't pick up any warnings, and have a nice smooth race as we set a new personal best. We then move on to the end of lap 6. The rain has completely stopped, and it's now time for the dry tyres, I believe, because, you know, the track is really improving rapidly here. Now, again, the pit entry, we can take whatever line we want, so I'm being extremely aggressive here. As long as we get it slowed down for the pit entry, that's all that matters. Now, into the pits, though, we have contact with Josh, and unfortunately, Florian follows me in. So, for the second race in succession, I've kind of screwed my teammate here by doing this. We've stacked, and I've had a wing change in both races, and Florian just has to sit there and watch. I wasn't happy about it. You know, I feel like I got brake checked a little bit. If you watch it back, watch the footage back, you can pause it when if you like, or watch it in slow-mo. I was easily going to make the pit limiter. Josh was really, really cautious on the brakes, which I understand, but, you know, it really surprised me how cautious he was. Either way, we rejoin in P5, which is still a net P3, even with a wing change. We didn't lose that much, but now Warren down the inside on the soft tyres. He's going to put me under pressure straight away. He caught me napping. I wasn't really with it. I was kind of coasting at the pits, and he used a lot of overtake to get alongside me, but luckily we stay in front for now and maintain our net third place. Worth noting, Paris in the lead on the hard compound tyres as well, so that's going to be really interesting as we have a few more cars in the pits going on to lap number 8. You can see Josh on soft tyres. He's going to try and put some pressure on Paris, but interesting though, Paris going with the hard tyres, going to the finish basically. It's going to be a long, long stint and a long way for him to go, and usually that tyre is not the one to be on because it's very, very slow. Either way, here comes Warren again, attacking us, this time on the outside here. We leave some room. The track isn't fully right up to the grip standards yet. It's still a bit greasy, a bit slippery, so I'm being a bit cautious here, probably a bit too cautious to be fair, and Warren has got the outside line again now into turn 4. I'm getting squeezed into the apex a little bit here, so I've got to leave some room, and eventually we have to let Warren go by because he's done a really good move around the outside, and that is credit to him. We're going to slot behind though and be patient. We're going to get our chance, and it's a long race. So out front, Josh setting the pace, he's chasing down Paris, and Warren, to be fair, pretty quick as well. We've got Scroopy behind on soft tyres, and I'm just trying to stick here, you know, keep my ERS charged up, keep my fuel under control as Josh makes a move on Paris for the race lead. And we're going to try and see if we can get past Warren. I'm not stupid. I'm pretty sure Warren was working with Paris this race because he knows, of course, Paris is going to be in the mix for the championship. And the target was to, have Warren hold me up as much as possible. So there was a few half-hearted attempts of me trying to get by here and there. But generally, Warren was using a lot of ERS to stay in front and was trying to frustrate me. So it was going to be a long race, and we had to be patient. We're not even a third of the way through yet, as I'm getting a bit of a run on the Red Bull here. I'm going to try and go down the inside of the turn 3, but Warren pretty strong on the brakes. Now through the third corner here, I don't quite get the traction out of there, but we're still close enough to maybe challenge here into turn 4. You can see suddenly the speed I catch up with is immense. And then Warren kicks it into overtake mode and he picks up speed midway down the straight. Again, he's trying to frustrate me and hold me back whilst Paris is on those hard tyres. We then move on to lap 12. I get my first warning for track limits. And I've not done too bad, to be fair. It took me 12 laps to get my first warning, which is pretty decent. So far, nobody around us has time penalties either. So important to make sure we keep it clean as Warren gets a bit loose out of turn 3. Here we go. DRS in the slipstream here on the back straight, heading down towards turn number 4. We're going to go to the outside line here. We're going to send it on the brakes and try and go nice and wide, but Warren holds on again. I get the cut back, and I thought to myself, you know what? I'm going to catch him napping here. Overtake and rich mix. We get the run down the inside into turn 6. Nice little overtake there, keeping a bit of room on the outside whenever possible. And now through turn 7, and you'll see Warren run a bit wide and pick up a 3-second time penalty. So he gets another warning there, but unfortunately he stayed ahead. So I can't still get this move done, and this is frustrating me now as I can't get past the Red Bull, and this is costing me a lot of time and also performance on these soft tyres because I could be potentially closing the gap to Paris and Josh out front. So here we come again now, lap 13, trying to put Warren under pressure once more through the first corner. Nicely done there as Warren gets a bit of sideways action and a bit of oversteer on the exit. And this time, we're nicely alongside here, and we've got the momentum and the straight line speed, and we get the job done up towards turn 3. We then swing in, pick up the apex, and now we're going to try and pull away as much as we can, basically. We're a third of the way into the race, pretty much, and we've got that third place. And we've got one more stop to make this race. We're going to move on to the medium tyres later on, or at least that was the plan. Warren trying to get the pressure on me here, but he's not quite close enough. So luckily, we've done that bit. We've cleared Warren. Now we've got to try and pull away and get the 1 second gap, because that's not going to be easy. With the 3 DRS zones around here, it's very difficult to break a 1 second gap as we get a second warning for track limits. I just got a lot of understeer through there. Either way, we're going to skip on to lap 16, and this was the key moment of the race. So just behind us here, Warren has a spin. Something happened. Yellow flag. He's gone round, but crucially, that incident triggers a virtual safety car. Now, I send it into the pit lane, and we're going to box. We're going to get those medium tyres on straight away. Josh was very lucky. He pit this lap by pure coincidence and managed to time it. But we're going to box for the medium tyres. Now, this is where the problem happened. So I thought I had medium selected. I actually reverted back to soft tyres. So I can't make it to the end on the softs, and I quickly realised I messed up. So what you're about to see, guys, is about 18 laps of uncut footage with no ads. You guys are going to enjoy what was one of the sweatiest and really enjoyable, actually, just flat out sessions here where I do 20 qualifying laps to try and make up my race, because we're going to have to stop again for another set of soft tyres, guys. So enjoy the live stream footage. It's going to be from now to the finish, completely uncut, and you're going to really appreciate the intensity and how much work went into this race. Yeah, I changed the softs. I could have sworn I changed the mediums after, but maybe I forgot. Yeah, my bad. I'm terrible, man. I'm absolutely terrible. Oh well, let's just keep going. I'm still P4, so I could potentially just push on, push as much as I can, and then pit again for softs one more time. That would help recover the damage. So I'll leave the soft tyres on for now. I can definitely pull this back. I'll have to focus now. Paris pit. Well, Paris is going to win this race, but I don't mind. I could have sworn I did change the mediums. I could have sworn I did.
Yeah. I think it's the mediums are they're a great tyre around here. Really good race tyre. Just gonna go super aggressive, go softs all the way. Josh has 8 seconds of time penalty, just so you know.
Yeah, I mean, doesn't change anything for me.
Oh, got that a bit wrong through that. Scrippy has 3 seconds as well. People are getting penalties. I'm on 2 warnings. I'm probably going to get one, but hopefully it'll just stay at 3. Once we get past Christian here, clean out, which will be good. Christian's got a pit again, so this is for net position. Alright, let's get on with it. I'm going to try and use minimal ERS from now on. I want to try and keep what I've got left. So yeah, we're going to have to full steam ahead now. Everything I've got. This will be a late stop though. It's going to be a late stop. Again, with Josh having 8 seconds, Grippy having an extra 3, I can get them both back after my pit stop. So Paris will take the lead for now. Tomek, if you're looking at this, I think I can get Josh and Scrippy back after the stops.
It depends on your pace, mate. But I reckon if you put good enough of pace, sure. You still have to pit again. There's no point switching those stuff to the end.
Yeah, I'm trying to not use ERS at the minute, trying to save the last bit.
Yeah.
Another time, so far back, so many penalties, doesn't lead to anything.
It's a shame. I'm on 2 warnings, I probably will get a penalty, so I'm just going to keep going.
Yellow flag. Someone's come off ahead of you. There's a yellow flag ahead. Okay, clear.
I mean, looking at the top 5, Christian has to stop again because he went mediums after the restart, and Josh and Scrippy have penalties, so. Yeah, I feel bad for Florian because I messed up his race. Again, the pit stop stack with the front wing change. Just can't believe I've done that. Hopefully these guys behind battle quite heavily. Let me get on with it. I'm not quick enough. Paris has 3 seconds now though. Doesn't mean much, I'll probably get 3 seconds
Paris
though.
got a penalty.
Yeah, I'm on 2 warnings now, so I probably will get one with him, I think, soon. Even then, all their mediums are going to be dead at the end, so my strategy's not too bad.
Yeah, are you pitting now?
Now I'm going to go quite long, like lap 28 or something.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be
No,
on the
I
soft
think
side.
I reckon you would be better off if you pit like this on next lap.
I would put next lap.
Yeah.
I just want to go a few more because in case there's a VSE or something, I'd rather just go a bit longer or something. I've still got a good pace, I'm pulling away, so...
We've pretty much burned off our excess fuel. We'll be back on target soon. Don't wait too long to turn the engine down.
Like, I want the next stint to just be like a sprint. Just a straight sprint. That's bad. Go on the curb there. No, I want to go for a few more. Maybe lap 26, I'm thinking. I'm still pulling away though.
Yeah.
How much is gap? Because drop for me.
Gap is 5 seconds to Paris. He's got a 3 second. Josh is behind him.
I reckon you'll be best off pitting this lap, but that's just my opinion.
I want to squeeze one more.
Right.
Left rear is only 38%.
Yeah, but the new softs are gonna be much faster.
We
No,
want
I'm
to
talking
get
about going to. I'm talking about going to the end.
Josh now.
No.
Nah, mate, your tires are gonna be dead.
Yeah.
They're-
Right, come in at the end of this lap.
You would be on 78, and then you
Okay.
still need to
I'll
do
put this lap.
1 or 2 laps. So.
Shit, bit of a mistake there.
Yeah. So.
No issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them. Pitting this lap then. Come into the pits at the end of this lap.
Okay, let's go another sprint on soft tyres. I'm ready. That was a good stint though. Everyone's got penalties. If I can not get the penalty, I'll be really good.
How many warnings are you at?
Go, go
I'm on
now.
2. But I've been on 2 for like 15 laps now.
Pit strategy complete.
Come out,
See these tyres through to
just
the
be
end
on
now.
brown.
Could be ahead of Brownie still.
No.
No. Okay.
And then
Right, hammer time here is.
Gonna do a lap of saving, ERS and fuel, then I'll go for it.
I'm just gonna stream the game to you so you don't have to delay.
Even though I kind of accepted it, it would be quite nice to not get the penalty.
Yeah, it would be perfect
We
if you
think we may
could hold
see
it
some
out.
rain. ETA is about 15 minutes.
Yeah,
Rain,
11
wow.
seconds to P1.
Rain, apparently.
I can't confirm with telemetry.
Yeah,
it
but
says half an
15
hour.
minutes. It's going to be after the race, probably.
It's gonna be half an hour.
Keep me updated on penalties with the leaders.
Yeah, Josh has 11 seconds. Paris free, Scrippy free. Only person out of you without a penalty is Fader. What the fuck was that from Ulas?
I mean, I could have had a little bit of space.
Got a penalty as well, because extended.
I don't want to, but I'm going to have to drain my battery, I think.
That's all.
Alright, you got 7 laps and around 6 seconds, 6.5 to make up in order to get within 3 seconds of Paris, so all down to you now.
10.6.
I'm going to have a couple of laps without ERS use, though. I'll save it for the end.
Need to gain 7 seconds.
Cheers for the bits, by the way. I wasn't able to properly look. I'll look after the race. Thank you very much, whoever that was. This is the biggest sweat stint of my life.
There's 5 laps of fuel remaining.
Paris still 3 seconds.
Yes. He also only has 3 warnings, so it's not at risk right now.
Okay, he's winning the race. I'll just try and get second. Daniele Haddad, thank you for the raid.
Oh, yeah. You
Grazie.
got second in the bag. Scrippy just got another penalty.
Grazie Daniele. Show some love in chat, guys, for Daniele not Daniele Ragazzi, that's the wrong one. Daniele Haddad from F1 Esports. Thank you very much, man. Feel free to use the Grazie Ragazzi emotes, guys, in chat. Thank you for the raid.
Yeah, about 5 seconds you would need to gain.
I was close to a penalty.
Yeah, so
Florian, can you put the gap to leader?
oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we need about 5 seconds of race time.
You'd need Josh and Paris to battle.
Yep, Kimi out there in the gap to Paris, I can't see it.
Yeah, same. I can only see it on telemetry.
Expect to see some rain about 10 to 15 minutes from now.
It's 7.1 now. Or 6.9 actually.
With
so
the penalty
still
included?
on. Without. You need around 4 seconds. So I would go for it. Especially, I'm pretty sure Josh and Paris are gonna battle on the last lap.
We're running out of fuel now.
We've only got 2 laps of fuel left. We're only a second away from the car ahead. Let's see if we can use DRS to pass him.
I don't know why Scrippy's defending.
I don't know. Okay, we need 2 seconds. 2 seconds. This You need 1.3 seconds this lap.
I'm
Josh
hoping
is
they battle.
attacking. Yep, they are.
Yeah, they're battling big time. It's really good. Seven times. You need 7 times. Five times, just throw everything at it. Tenth. Oh,
Ah.
I think you missed it by 10.
Oh my gosh, 0.75.
Oh my god, so close.
And after the race, we look at the race results. Paris picking up the race win by 0.075. That's how close it was at the end. I really enjoyed that race. It was just 18 laps of pure qualifying pace, giving it absolutely everything. There was a couple of key mistakes in there as well, which was a real shame because I could have easily wrapped it up. The mistake on lap 26 on my end lap where I ran wide to turn through was the real key mistake, as that cost me 0.3 of a second. Scrippy gets third place, benefiting from time penalties. Josh finishes P4 ahead of Failer. Christian Sendel P6 ahead of Brownie. Kimiz, Ulas and Kryzik round out the top 10. Warren misses out on the points along with Zoltash, and then we've got Rainbow and Florian, my teammate, out of the race unfortunately. So that is it for the race results. We then move into the driver standings, and luckily for us we extend our lead as Brownie didn't have a great race here today, and we are 24 points clear of the German. We are 34 points clear of Paris and 38 points clear of Andy, who didn't race today, so we fully benefit from that and maximise the result. So I'm really happy. 24 points clear at the top of the standings. We then finally look at the constructors, and we are top of the table, 6 points clear from McLaren, but it's going to be close, guys. The top 5 teams covered by a race win, which is really, really close, 25 points, and it's all to play for, guys. But if you enjoyed today's episode, then smash the like button, guys. I'd really appreciate it. Subscribe for more content like this, and I stream every Sunday 8 PM, guys. These races are on my Twitch channel, so link down below in the description. Finally, check out the 2 videos on your screen if you have missed them, including the previous episode, and I'll see you guys next time for another episode of these league races. But until then, take care, and it's goodbye from me.